All right, so we are going to talk to Mr. and Mrs. Opare. Mr. Opare is a recipient of Medi-Moses treatment. So, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Opare. They are here in Ghana, so I know that those of you watching, most of you are in Nigeria. And we are conducting this brief interview because of Medi-Moses products. Okay, so can you please tell us what happened? How come you ended up at Medi-Moses? Share your experience with us.
Share your experience. Well, I was diagnosed with what do you call it? I don't know what I got. Yeah, I took a test. I had what do you call it? Frequent urination for some time. In one night, I could urinate about 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to know about this Medi-Moses thing. He said, I actually met somebody in the bank, one of the bank managers. So why don't I try Medi-Moses? I think I was discussing the whole thing with her, and she said, why don't I try Medi-Moses product? At that time, Medi-Moses was even coming to the bank. He was a customer of the bank. That's when he did it. I didn't do anything about it. And some time later,
You went to hospital.
I went, yeah,
You
I went to the normal hospital.
went to the hospital. You were
The
referred to
military.
27.
Yeah, I went to the military
They
hospital
did all these tests and things and decided that you have to go through surgery.
through surgery. So the doctor referred me to a private clinic to go and do the surgery. I went with my son, and my son decided to interview the nurses and doctors there about how many surgeries they have successfully done in this prostate cancer. And they were rather annoyed with him for asking those kind of questions. So my son said, "Brother, let's go." So we came home. Then later, what happened was that somebody actually said, why don't you go to Medi-Moses? Because it thinks Medi-Moses has the solution for it. Well, I've never used herbal medicines before, so I was a little reluctant. But with the bidding of my wife, I decided to go there. And when I went, they gave me some herbs. And I went with my wife. They gave her all the instructions because she had to come and boil medicines. And then after a month, they said I should come back to see the progress. And to cut a long story short, within 3 months, the situation had normalized. So I knew that it was a good thing that I went through.
When he had this problem, he was thinking of the normal hospital. That's why he went to 37 military hospital. And they said, they did all the normal things that they would do. And the conclusion was that they should go, they was going through surgery. And they were not too happy with it. And one of our workers, told me, happened to know about this, told me, why don't you people go to Medi-Moses? I said, Medi-Moses? I don't believe in this. I've seen the sign Medi-Moses. It is just around a short distance from our home. And I was like, Medi-Moses? I said, yes. I've seen a lot of big men of Ghana coming there. I said, well, he convinced me. that it doesn't spoil anything. If it's cancer, it will die eventually. So why don't you just try it? So I convinced him that okay, it doesn't spoil anything. Let's go and try it. If it doesn't work, fine. So we went, and he was giving. I was expecting some extraordinary things, but we were giving just some herbs. I mean, some dried herbs packed, and I was giving instructions how to boil them and whatever. He came and took these things, and the way he used to urinate, hey, in the evening I have to put a 140 bottle by his side, because he urinates so much, it's scary, and I was afraid he'll be dehydrated. So he drinks it. When I wake up, I fill the bottle again. And sometimes before morning, he would have drunk about 2 or 3 bottles of Voltic.
That's the 1.5 liters.
Yeah, the 1.5 liters. He would have drunk about 2 or more. So when he started taking the medicine, within 2 weeks, I saw that the urination was reducing. I mean, the number of times. Then another 2 weeks, we went for review. He was giving another pack of the medicines. We took for another 2 weeks, another 2 weeks. By 3 months, the urination had become normal. And we went back. We went to do the check again, the test again, and it was normal. But then, as Ghanaian as I am, even though it was normal, I still had my question marks. I didn't believe it. So a few weeks or months later, we had to go to the US. So when we got to the US, we spoke to somebody we know who is in the medical field, a nurse practitioner. We told him about this episode, and he said, "What? Why don't we go and do this PSA test?" Because he also didn't believe this. So we went to do the PSA test, and everything was normal. Everything was normal. And it was then that I actually believed that the herbs actually has treated him. It was normal. And from that time till today, we are talking about 20, when was that?
Last time I went to the US was 2015.
No, I'm not talking about
2014.
When you did that?
About 2014.
2014, yeah.
So it's 8 years now.
And it's been normal from that time to now. It's okay. So I personally know that Medi-Moses herbs, whatever herbs they are, they can treat prostate problems, including prostate cancer. But that is what we were told my husband had. And he doesn't have it anymore. It's 8 years now, and it's fine. So whatever it is that he gave us worked. That's all that I know.
All right, thank you so much. I think this we do.